Over the last few years, one thing I've noticed on the radio is that there are more and more commercials for reputation management programs. The first time I heard these words, I laughed out loud. Reputation management. I came to realize that what this meant was, if people are Googling you and they find bad stuff, these people make it go away. Or at least they'll push it way back so it'll be on page 15 and nobody will get to it or see it. And while I can see how a business owner might want something like this and how they might say, well, I got one irate customer or one unreasonable person who's trashing my online reputation and I need to take care of that, it still strikes me as a very strange thing. Reputation management. And I often, with these new internet-based innovations, I wonder what would it look like in a world before Google and all of these things. What would be a reputation management specialist before the internet? A guy, I guess, a big guy that you'd hire who'd walk around and be like, you saying stuff about Zach? Stop it. That's reputation management. And you know, many people, rich people, powerful people, kings and leaders and despots actually had such services in ages past. If you say something or write something that the king doesn't like, you're thrown into a prison. Reputation management. Even in death, many people try to make sure that their reputation is remembered the way that they want it to be. Herod had a member of each Jewish family arrested with orders that on the day that he died, they should be put to death. That way, people wouldn't rejoice on the day of his death, but rather they would mourn. He knew they weren't mourning for him. He wouldn't be there to see it, but he didn't care. He wanted to manage his reputation, and once you've died, your reputation is now called your legacy. Today, many people do the same sort of thing, although in a little more subtle kind of way. But we worry about our legacies. And you hear every single time a politician is drawing near the end of his or her term, people start talking about, oh, now they're thinking about their legacy. Doesn't matter what they've done up to this point, they've got their legacy in mind, and they're going to start doing all sorts of stuff for all sorts of people. Try and secure that legacy at the end. And I think many of us think this way. I'll put that off. Right near the end of my life, I'll kind of sprint toward the finish line, and I'll accomplish so many great things and be such a kind person. I'll write a bunch of fat checks to charities. I'll reconcile with my brother or friend who I had kind of fallen out with years ago. I'll be kind and wonderful. I'll have my armor bearer run me through so that people won't laugh at me for being killed by a woman. That sort of stuff. Now, we talked last time about receiving a legacy. How Abimelech chose to take this mixed legacy that he has from Gideon. We